Halo Infinite came out, everyone. It's the new Halo, and it was delayed a year, so it had a lot of pressure on it. And as far as I'm concerned, campaign and multiplayer, good to go. Happy camper over here. Happy Halo boy. So super
Yep.
fun.
I agree.
That was my number one of the year. Close runner ups would have been like Walkabout Mini Golf. Had a lot of fun with that game this year. And then Maneater, where it's like you're a shark and you swim around and you kill. That was another one that I had no problem just like finding reasons to sit back down and put some time in and beat it. But yeah, Halo wins for me. What do you guys got?
I also I agree. That's my favorite.
Nice. Are you through the campaign yet, Carl?
Not through it,
Okay.
but still playing and enjoying. Running around with the fucking grappling
Open
hook.
world Halo. Who knew? Yeah, with a grappling hook.
I wish that it was what they had originally envisioned for it, because that's exactly what I wanted, was like a full open map. But they did a good job, having to change that, even with having to change that up, making it like a big open world for the campaign.
And who's to say they don't open up new parts of the map with DLC and stuff down the road?
Yeah.
I would have to imagine that happens,
It feels more like Halo than the last two did to me. With new shit. They did a really good job of that in like 1 through 3, of like changing shit a little bit, but it still really felt like Halo, and it felt like they were adding to that formula in a crescendo. Best described by Nakey Jakey, who is back also.
Yeah, we got more Nate Jake out on the YouTube.
That's good news.
That's right.
If you haven't been exposed to any of that out there, go find him.
What do you got, Kev? You got a number one game of the year? Rocket League?
I don't know. It'll it might be Halo eventually. I just have, as you know, I've got complicated feelings about that game right now.
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine.
It's not fun to suck, and right now I suck.
So
pretty bad at that game.
So on the main menu, this is a new thing that they added, but maybe check it out, Kevin, in your free time. But it's called Halo Academy, and you can go through each weapon, and they give you some targets to shoot at. It gives you like a little moment to kind of get a feel for the weapons, and then they'll rate you. And then there's three or four different difficulty levels for each of the weapons that you go in and train with. Where one, it's like the targets are just still, and then this another one where they're like running around erratically, and the AI is pretty good in that game. So
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
bot training too.
I think a lot of it
make them badasses.
Yeah.
Or play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Shit, I lost it. Sorry.
I think you're gonna be fine after just more multiplayer hours. I mean, each Halo takes for me, like a good week at least to sort of get used to and be like, okay, these are the new Halo rules and physics and how weapons behave and everything, because it is a real sandboxy game, and old tactics might not work in a current, in a different game. So
I think a lot of it is just not knowing the weapons super well. There's still, still a few pretty common weapons that when I pick them up, I'm not even sure, like, how should I think about doing damage with this? So yeah, I don't know. Probably just campaign, and I'll check out that Academy thing, but I don't know.
Campaign will
it's not
help.
fun.
Yeah, the campaign will help for sure. I think with learning the weapons. Also, here's a quick way anybody listening right now to get like 10 free kills anytime you play Slayer in Halo Infinite. Start a fight, run away, throw a grenade off of the wall as you're running away, turn around, watch the grenade pop on them, and then finish them off with the assault rifle. Boom. Easy, free, 10 kills every single match you play. You're welcome. Joe, top game 2021.
So, as you guys know, probably I play a lot of different older systems that you guys.
You've been catching up, though. You've been catching up in a big way.
I have. But I would say one of my top games.
To classic game.
One of the top games that I played this year was for the PS2. It's called Black. It's a very good first-person shooter that I think holds up. in terms of what the PS2 could process at the time. It doesn't hold up in terms of like a 360 mode. But after that, I think Spider-Man 4 and God of War would be up there. And then now I'm doing Final Fantasy VII Remake. So it's like, oh, I'm surrounding myself with all these great games. What's the best one? I don't know.
Yeah, you got options. All of those, everything you said is good shit. I remember that Black game from the way back times.
Yeah,
it's like 2008 or something that came out. Yeah,
it was towards the end of the PS2 release, so they kind of had figured their shit out. And I think that company maybe went on to do Call of Duty stuff or
Infinity Ward or something, maybe.
Yeah, like their physics were really good.
Yeah. Nice game chat.
Yeah.
Now, do you want your? Oh, go ahead, Carl.
I got some runners up.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I mean, still always Breath of the Wild, like, and if anyone out there is listening and hasn't played it and can play it,
nice.
It's so very good. Katie just started it, so that's why it's fresh on my mind. She played it for like 2 days straight.
Gamer girl
over the holiday break. And then just I've been playing like I relearn every once in a while how much I love Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart. Those are on the Switch now, and I've been playing those.
Mario 64 is on the Switch. Does that control?
They just brought it back. It caught a lot of hell
for it.
It caught a lot of hell for the way it was brought back, though. Carl, were you running into any issues, or were you like, I've played ROMs before, this is no big deal, or where did you land on all that?
It's fine. I also haven't encountered any issues.
It's like an emulator version. Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I've also been playing Mario Tennis on that emulator too on the Switch. That's been great.
Okay.
I actually hadn't played Mario Tennis in like a long ass
I remember putting some time in on that one at a buddy's house. Yeah. Hell yeah.
The N64 has been notoriously hard to emulate correctly. So you think Nintendo would get it right. But
maybe it's a cartridge system, you know what I mean? Kevin, you can speak to this because you played Tecmo, like emulators and stuff, and it doesn't have the same reaction as holding a gamepad actually running the cartridge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how it works technically, but that is
true, right? Yeah.
It's true, but I don't know. I didn't really feel it.
It's also with Tecmo specifically, there's something about playing on a CRT screen that's supposed to be better for the speed that it's animated at or something like that. So you're usually not going to be able to do that on an emulator.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty much anything NES related, you should be playing on a CRT screen. But some newer TVs are more able to adapt to that difference in the button press than others are.
I have the NES and the SNES hooked up to a quasi modern, 4K TV, and there's definitely something going on that it's like it's not enough to make me not want to play it, but it's enough that it's like I noticed something's different here. It doesn't feel like when I was a youth. Yeah.
That's, to me, I mean, a lot of the better emulators I've used, that's
not an issue on PC, like just
SNES X or whatever the hell it's called,
yeah,
and all of that shit. Like,
yeah,
it's always felt fine.
Yeah,
and like that, yeah, I haven't noticed that with the Nintendo and any of the Nintendo emulators really. I played a lot of Dodgeball too on the NES emulator on there recently, and I mean that game looks like shit, but it's such a good game.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then I've also been playing with the cloud gaming on Xbox a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of luck with that. You happy with it, or is it playable for you?
On a wired connection, it's great.
Yeah.
But we also I mean, we have gigabit
Yeah.
internet
Okay.
service. So yeah. With that on Wi-Fi
Yeah,
and
my network
near
is
the router, it's
yeah.
smooth as
I
butter.
think it
But
might
yeah,
just
like
be my network. Yeah.
Katie's got like 200, and it's not as great on the
Gotcha.
Wi-Fi
Okay.
as it is plugged in.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's my report on that. Is like have really really fast internet or plug in to your modem or router.
I mean, what did you play on your PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because people are playing on phones, iPads. I was hoping it would be
Mhm.
playable and I could play through my iPad. I thought that would be kind of sweet, like to sit in bed at night and like in game or whatever. But I find that I just have a latency that's just like unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do
I think
this.
they'll get there with it. It's still just in beta too.
Oh, for sure.
Like I'm pretty impressed with it as something that's in beta that they're just testing. But it is, I mean, it's a part of that package if it works well for you. But
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta have a solid internet connection to make it work. And Wi-Fi overall is just not solid. Like it's not.
No.
Yeah, unless you've got crazy speed.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, we have like, it's nothing crazy. It's like 50 or something like that. But it's also split a bunch amongst a bunch of different devices. And I played on my iPad. This was also a while ago, so they probably just improved it. But yeah, I didn't have a good experience. But I was like, right next to my router and all that, and it wasn't fun.